Welcome everybody to Top Lines Live at 5. My name is Brian with Top Line, and we're going to go over something that is so important that I'm probably going to talk about it over and over again because it keeps coming up, and I want to make sure that you know that there are resources out there to help you, and that is, how do you take a lead, someone that came from Facebook, someone that came from AdWords, someone that came from direct mail that you might have run. How do you turn that person into a lifetime patient? Or how do you make sure they come in the first place? Because you're probably thinking, we just gave them this screaming deal, right? This is what we call the holy smokes offer. So of course they're going to come in. But they don't always come in. And if you let too much time go by between the time that they go, hey, you know what, that sounds great, and they fill out your form, and the time that you contact them, if too much time has gone by, they might not even remember filling out the form in the first place. It's shocking how often that happens. Now, because we know this is the case, and because we know that you have to treat these types of leads differently than you do someone that is a direct referral, meaning, let's say I go to your practice. I love going to your practice. Somebody said, hey, do you know a good dentist, good chiropractor, good orthodontist? And I say, yeah, absolutely. Go see him. Now, this is a person that's pretty much just going to come in, and you don't have to work very hard after that. When it's someone that you have gotten their attention through an ad, through an offer, you're going to have to work a little bit harder to get them to come in. And what we've done is put together a process that you can follow and put these steps in place so that you know that everything that you could possibly do to turn this lead, this person who raised their hand and said, yeah, that sounds good, how do you turn them into a patient? Now I'm going to switch screens here, and we're going to take a look at this PDF. Now, all of our clients that come into our program going forward, we're going to be giving them this. And it's not just getting this PDF, it's understanding the value here. Because this is based on quite a lot of time and research and time in the field, really, of making sure that we can make all this stuff work. So how does it work? Well, there's multiple steps. There's 4 steps. And I'm going to go through them pretty briefly, but if you would like a copy of this, please let me know. I'll be happy to send it to you. And you could probably see the link right here at the top. That's why I just pulled this out so you can see it's practicefuel.rocks. And it looks, oh, actually I take it back. Let me go back here. I'm going to go to, I'll show you exactly where you can find it. Practicefuel.rock, and then it's for leads training. So you'll see this page, and then all these PDFs are downloadable. So this page here is practicefuel.rocks/leads training. I'll try to remember to put that in here as a link, but I want to make sure that you have that. Okay, so we're going to go through this pretty quickly, and I want to make sure that you understand the basics here. And the first thing that I'm going to point out is that once somebody opts in, you're going to get a notification, and what you want to do is you want to respond to that notification in 10 minutes if possible. That's the goal. That's not going to happen every time, but that is the goal. And if you can do that in 10 minutes, there's no way they're going to forget that they reached out to you. Now, obviously, if it comes in on a weekend and you don't have a call center that can do that, totally understandable. And maybe we take a look at the numbers, and maybe we say, hey, you know what? There's too many that are falling through the cracks that come in on weekends. We're going to turn off your ads on weekends, and we can do that. Okay, now reach out with a text. Right? It doesn't have to start with a phone call. Now, if you remember on a previous video, I showed you how you can do two-way texting using a Google Voice. If you don't currently have a way to do two-way texting, just open up Google Voice and set that up. I promise you it's so easy, and in my video you'll see it. So if you want to look up that video, please do. And if you just want me to send it to you, let me know. But this is what you're going to put in there. You're going to put in hi, and then their name, and then who you are and from what office. Congratulations on the offer, right? So you're reminding them what it is. Are you free for me to call you in a couple of minutes? Now, they might be at work and they might say no. So this is why you want that two-way text messaging. And it's just, again, it's so easy. It's free from Google Voice. So just do it, okay? All right. Then they reply with a yes, call immediately to schedule. They reply with not available to talk, ask to schedule a time. And then if no reply, give it a couple hours and try calling again. Between 5 and 7 is a good time to reach people. So at the end of the day, if you've got somebody, or if you kind of rotate around on the team, have somebody that stays at the end of the day and does a couple of these to make sure that we have the best possible scenario to get people in. Now we have a phone script for you. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I want you to understand some of the reasons that we bring this stuff up. So you're reminding them who you are, your office name, and then congratulating them again on the special offer so they feel special. And if it was if we are running a birthday special, please wish them a happy birthday. It's shocking how often that does not happen. So please just remind yourself that this is a special day for them. So please say happy birthday. It goes a long way. Okay, then we say, could you explain a little bit about what's going on? Now, it doesn't matter what the offer is. You still want to do this. So get them talking so that they're going to feel relaxed and comfortable. But it also lets you know if there's other things that you need to put in their chart to talk about. So if they're telling you they have other conditions, other things that you can be helping them with, you want to know that. And you get to do that right here. Then does it affect you at work? Why are we asking? We want to know if they're employed, okay? And then we have some openings, and then you use this terminology really does help. Would earlier in the week or later in the week work best for you? Later in the day or earlier in the day? This is called choice of two. And when you give people a choice of two, it is easy for them to make a decision and pick one. If you say, we have some time this week, what works best? That's too much to ask of somebody when you have just a piece of their attention. So don't go that far. Give them a choice of two. Late in the week, early in the week. Early, great. You prefer earlier in the day or later in the day better for you? Great. So you see this. We have all these choice of two, and then when you get right down to the day and time, you give them two options, and they'll pick one. 9 times out of 10 they will, but every once in a while, someone says, neither of those work. But the idea is you're getting through this process. You're getting them to just answer questions and get used to answering these questions. So then you remind them of what you just set up. Could you please tell me your birth date and address for our records? Obviously, you want to make sure that they're old enough, and you want to know that they live nearby, because if they're really far, you want to check in on that. Well, geez, that seems pretty far. What makes you want to go so far? And it just gives you an opportunity to have that conversation. And then ask them if the email that you have on file, this is the one they signed up with, is that a good email to send patient paperwork? And then just follow through and send that paperwork, remind them of the appointment. Now, if this was a paid offer, ask them if they were going to pay with debit or credit card, because if you really want to collect that payment over the phone so that you avoid no-shows. This is just very, very helpful. If we're doing a paid offer, get that payment up front if you can. If we're running a very expensive implant campaign, obviously you're not going to do this. But if it's something that you can take a small payment over the phone, please do that. That will improve your no-show rate. And then just say thank you, remind them, and then have a good day. Then step 2, make notation of that you contacted. So have some kind of a tracking sheet, and if you need that from us, we will get it to you. But this is going to help you kind of keep track so that you know that everyone is being followed up with. Then email that paperwork just like you said you would. We'll give you a little swipe file here, excuse me, if you need that. Then step 3, on the day of the appointment, send that reminder text. All right, remind them that they're coming in and say, looking forward to see you then, that kind of thing. And then place a reminder phone call. And here again, here's the script. I'm not going to read it to you. I'm sure you can read, but the basic idea is what I want you to be getting here is that this is a process. Now, step 4 is if the lead you weren't able to reach them, you fail if you just can't get a hold of that person. Always leave a message. All right. So and use the script that we've got up there. But the idea here is you do what's called a 3-day on, 1-day off basis. You call one day, text the next, call the next, and then take a day off. Start again. And it might sound like a lot, but you do not want them to forget why you are getting in touch with them. And if you think, oh, well, I'll let it go a week, it's too late. You've lost the lead. Now, that's not 100% of the time, but boy, it is often. So call, text, call, take a break, call, text, call, take a break, call. Okay. So obviously you can leave this message here. You can use this follow-up message. And the idea behind this whole process is to help you turn these people into patients, have them come into you. Now, once they come in, you want to create a great experience for them so that they'll want to come back. But don't just rely on the great experience and assume they're going to want to come back. Make them another offer before they leave. And that can be anything that you have run before that people enjoy, that people like. So for a dental office, make sure you we get you signed up for your next cleaning, and we'll give you another, give you a free whitening. Make sure we get you signed up for your next cleaning because we're running a $79 special. Whatever it is, make them an offer, give them a reason to schedule their next appointment, and you become their place of business. This is where they're going to go. There's all kinds of ways to do that. So for chiropractors, give them we call it the red envelope. Give them this pretty red envelope and say, don't open this up until you get home. They're going to open it up as soon as they get into their car or walk out your door. But the idea is that you're giving them some reason to come back, and it might be a free massage or an upgraded massage or coupons to give out to friends. I mean, there's all kinds of things that you can do to get them to come back. So hopefully that makes sense. But I'm happy to walk you through that whole process in another video. I've already gone here about 10, 11 minutes. If you have any questions or anything else we can do to support you, please let me know. Reach out, give me a call, shoot me a message here on Facebook, on YouTube, somewhere below it, whatever works best for you. And we look forward to seeing you soon, next time on Top Lines Live at 5. That's it for me. Bye for now.